Hi, everyone. I hope you can see my screen. Today, I will be discussing about how to become a registered nurse in Australia and what do we do here at the College of Netta to help you become a registered nurse. By the way, my name is Carissa. I'm one of the nurse educators and also the CEO and founder of the College of Nursing Education and Training Australia. So let's begin. So you probably are listening to this video because you wanted to become a registered nurse in Australia, or you wanted to know your pathway of becoming a registered nurse from your home country to finally practicing here in Australia. So this video is for you. So this video is current as of 27th of March 2024. And if it has gone through a few months while you're watching this video, you probably would be best to contact our college for the latest update because there has always been or there will always be changes to the process. So again, this is current as of 27th of March 2024. So our aim in this video is to discuss about who we are, what are our courses, what are our offerings, and how we can help you become a registered nurse here in Australia. But before we begin, I would request you to please go to our Facebook page and YouTube. We always update, we always give you information through these pages, and it's always important for you to be up to date. So if you go to your Facebook and also your YouTube channel or YouTube account, you can see us there by just typing College of Nursing Education and Training Australia. We do have Instagram and TikTok as well, if that is what you are up to. So please go there right now, pause this video, and then go there and follow us. Just a little bit of story about the College of Netta and how it emerged. So I am an overseas registered nurse. I'm originally from the Philippines, and I had my initial registration in the Philippines. And I'm married to a Nepalese, so he's from Nepal. And he's now the director of business operations in the college. We have two beautiful children, delightful, very such an inspiration for both of us. Um, as a registered nurse overseas, I did not really have much support and information when I started my journey back in 2010. And I thought it would be really helpful if there is someone who could actually guide you to the right path and to guide you to the cheapest and most appropriate pathway for you. So I decided myself that I am going to help out. I did not want to reach out to the Filipino community only. I wanted to reach out to all of overseas nurses who really want to come here and have a career in Australia. My husband, being a Nepalese, is also a very great help for his community. But also at the same time, building the college could actually help us go to the wider community. So not just Philippines and Nepal. Currently, we now have the college and we are now helping overseas nurses to become a registered nurse in Australia, but not that's not just it. So what we do is we offer other courses as well. So we become a registered training organization, which means that we are allowed by the government of Australia to actually deliver other courses too. So, the main purpose of us in the college is number one, for those overseas nurses to really have the right path, but also to those overseas students who really want to come here and gain an Australian qualification as well. So here we are. We are now a college, and I'd like and I'd love to share some information as well as to where we come from now from year 2020. So we are now the leading provider of NCLEX and OSCE in Australia, and it has been that way. And we have been the very first as well who delivered NCLEX and OSCE and had the first passers of this outcome-based assessment. So we made a history, and not just us. We actually help students made their own history and their story. Um, in one of our videos in YouTube and also in Facebook, we've posted one of the very first registered nurse in this pathway for NCLEX and OSCE. So if you want to be inspired, go and watch that video. We were awarded as the most trusted nursing education for overseas nurses. It's such a great honor to be able to receive that award. So good, right? We also was awarded as the NCLEX and OSCE review provider for overseas nurses of the year. Brilliant. And we also is a kind of facility that has everything that you need. Kind of facility. You will have everything that you need to pass your exams if you're looking into NCLEX and OSCE. And also everything that you need to be able to actually practice hands on in every equipment that we have. We are putting the student educator ratio as our main focus. It is our priority. We want to make sure that every student has the opportunity to actually use equipments, actually access all our scenarios, and actually have the focus and the attention of the educator because that's what you need. When you take your exam, you really need a feedback where the educator can see you and the educators can actually look into your skill. So, these are our main priority. And not just that, we also help our students find employers. We introduce our students to employers, whether it's before your OBA process, during, or after, depending on your situation and also your experience and qualification. But we do help our students. We find ways for you to be able to work as a nurse. We are very proud that all of our students who has completed this process have been offered positions as an RN. And also, not just we are receiving the award, we also take part in the community. We contribute to the community. So we attend community events, and the latest one that we had was in December 2023. That was just a few months ago. We went to the Philippines and had the biggest, the grandest, and the first ever gala awards night for nurses. So that was such a good event, and we're so proud to be able to give back to our nurses back in the Philippines. So we actually did an awarding ceremony there to nurses, and there were 14 award categories that we have given. It is going to be an annual event, so watch out for the next one. And the last one is that we are a registered training organization. And when we talk about registered training organization, we talk about being legit, being trusted by the government. So the government of Australia has entrusted us to be able to deliver courses that are nationally recognized as well. So we do have, aside from a business number and a business registration, because that's only for business, we really look into also the quality of our training. So we are actually registered under training.gov.au or ASQA, which helps helps us with the regulation of courses. We are also registered under CRICUS, which means that we are found in the Department of Education website, and you type there CRICUS, you can see us there as well. Which means that we are able to help international students come here and and study in Australia. These are just the very few of the very first RNs in Australia. We're actually doing some interviews with them because we want to find out where are they now at the moment. But This is just to show you that when you become a registered nurse in Australia, you can be seen in the APRA register and we can search you in the website, something that you can be proud of. So, we, as a college, our vision is that we are the preferred education and training provider for all nurses, and not just the nurses now, but also the nurses in the future. And we also prepare nurses not just safe and competent, but also the feeling of being compassionate in their profession according to the standards expected in the global health industry, not just in Australia, but also around the globe, because we also help with NCLEX around the world. Our main office is located in level 1, 222 Bailey Street, Wagga Wagga. And this is our main office. This is in a regional town. However, we also have multiple sites and we deliver in multiple sites as well for OSCE. So we do it in Brisbane, in Sydney, in Melbourne, in Adelaide. And we are also very proud that we are doing it here in Wagga. And that's what you can see. That's our facility here in Wagga. And we've highlighted our values of knowledge because we know that you have the knowledge. You're all nurses overseas. The support, which we give you unlimited, and we give you through one-on-one, and we also provide support from beginning to the end of your process. That's how personalized, individualized it is. And we also respect each other. So there's no hatred. There is always positive atmosphere, positive environment when you come and enroll with us. So we always acknowledge you, and it's always you. And the purpose is always, and the purpose and the benefit will always be you. So you'll feel that when you actually come and join us. And of course, we work together so that we can um, attain our goal. And we are very transparent as well. Whatever you see is only what you get. So, aside from NCLEX and OSCE, we also deliver Certificate 3 in Health Services Assistance. So, if you know of someone who wants to come here and study as a personal care worker assistant in nursing, we do help them as well through a student visa. And also, we provide first aid. We just got approved also to another course, which is the cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR. We do have a lot of CPDs, and part of our project as well is to help out in the Philippines to provide CPDs through the Philippine Nurses Association or the PNA. So let's start with NCLEX and OSCE because this is where you're really looking into, right? So these are just some photos of those who already made it, which means that if they made it, you can also make it. There are already thousands of students who's gone through this process. So you will be asking what qualifications do you need? So first thing is you need to be a bachelor's of nursing or bachelor's of science in nursing. And you need to be a registered nurse in your home country. So these are the two main things that you'd need. Do you need experience for you to be able to join or to start this process? You don't need to have an experience. Your experience is highly valuable when you apply for a position or when you apply for a job. So, your next question is if you are eligible to take the outcome-based assessment. I hope I would know every person, circumstances. However, it's going to be APRA. APRA is Australian Health Practitioner Regulation Agency. They're the ones who manage and control the regulation for registered nurses and also other professions. So the Nursing and Midwifery Board of Australia falls under APRA. or the NMBA. So the first thing that you need to do is do a self check. And when you do a self check, you go to our website and go to the courses, and under courses, you go to NCLEX and OSCE preparation. Down there, you can see a link that says self check. So you click onto that link and you scroll down to the bottom. You can see commence self check. There will be very easy questions. It has to be you because it shouldn't be a third party who needs to do your self check as per mandate of APRA. So it will ask you a few very simple questions. You don't need anything when you do your self check, and this is also free. So, right after putting in the country where you're from, the university, your qualification, and the year that you've completed, once you've done that, you will then have to register if you don't have a login yet. So, you need to register. And then once you register, you'll get your result. Majority of the times, if you are an overseas nurse where your qualification does not match the Australian qualification, you will then be classified as Stream B candidate. And when you're a Stream B candidate, you can see 6 steps. So I will be discussing each step with you and also the amount or the money that will be involved in this process. So step one is your IQNM fee. This is internationally qualified nurses and midwife fee. This is 410 Australian dollars. You'll finish this in one day. Once you're done, you will then proceed to the orientation. The orientation is an online learning that will tell you about the Australian healthcare system, practices as a nurse in Australia, scope of practice, and the Nursing and Midwifery Board of Australia standard of practice. Then you will see your portfolio stage right after your orientation, which also can happen in one day. During this time, you need to upload your documents, such as your transcript of records, your certificate stating that you've completed your bachelor's of nursing, your passport, which needs to be certified. And if you need the rules of certification, contact us. We'll give you a copy. And also your registration as a nurse. Some assessors won't need it, some will. So you better just have it ready with you because you're a registered nurse anyway. There are rules in uploading these documents. So if you need some guidance to it, you can do it yourself. However, if you need some guidance, you can always contact us. This is the best time as well for you to enroll your preparation because when you wait for the NMBA to assess your documents, this is the best time for you to actually start your preparation. So then you will review with us. We'll share to you the prices later on your NCLEX and OSCE fees. But when you take your exam, you need to have 350 US dollars ready in your account. That is the amount that you need for your MCQ. So $200 in registration and 150 in booking your test. Once you're done with your MCQ or your NCLEX, you will then proceed to OSCE, which is the Objective Structured Clinical Examination. This is a practical exam where you need to perform 10 skills, and these are nursing skills through scenarios with a simulated patient or a mannequin to the Nursing and Midwifery Board of Australia. This examination cost you 4,000 Australian dollars. Once you're done with OSCE, then you go and apply for registration, which costs you about 500 Australian dollars as well. And that's about 3 months to obtain. 3 months in the website, based on experience, at the moment, it's about 4 to 6 weeks to get your registration. So that is the whole process of becoming a registered nurse. However, you must be wondering what it is and why are we here and what it is that we offer. So we offer the NCLEX and OSCE preparation. And if you are already aware, NCLEX is a National Council licensure examination, and this is a type of examination that um, you take when you go to US, to Canada, to France, and now Australia. It's the same thing. It is done through the NCSBN and the test is done through Pearson VUE. It is delivered according to the test plan, according to the four client needs, and it's a computer adaptive test. In our preparation, you can see that we have lessons in your online portal, and you also will have some live classes. So in your online portal, we give you lessons as per body system. We give you quizzes per body system. We give you online resources, a lot of summary resources all in one. You'll have a chapter of must knows, a chapter of pharmacology, signs and symptoms, maternity, so on and so forth. Just heaps of them in your resources. We give you some cheat sheets and some question strategies. We give you a lot of practice tests that you can practice as many times as you want. We have mock tests according to client needs, readiness tests according to client needs, recorded classes, and heaps of questions. It's more than enough for you to pass your exam. On top of that, you'll also have access to live classes, depending on the tier that you have enrolled. But I will recommend you to enroll to the tier that you will get the live classes as well, because you will have classes every week that focus on question strategies. You'll have intensive coaching of 5 full days, which comes unlimited as well. You can do as many times, or you can join as many times as you want. And also you have your polishing session one-on-one with educator. So these are the different tiers in your um, OSCE, sorry, in your NCLEX, and you can choose from 500 to 800 to 1,100. However, in this case, you will be, um, in this case, if you get 1,100, you'll get everything that you need and everything that I've just discussed. However, it also depends on your um, it also depends on your budget and also depends on your um, support that you need. Now we move on to the next slide. So talk about OSCE. So what is OSCE? So it's an objective structured clinical examination. It doesn't only test your skill wise, it also tests your behavior and your attitude as a nurse. So it's a all-in-one package type of examination in this practical test. And the test dates are released by the NMBA. At present, there has been test dates released every month, so it's quite fast. What do you get when you come and prepare with us? So there are three things here. Well, three big things. So, which is very beneficial for you. Number one, you get an online portal. Number two, you get online classes. And number three, you get face-to-face classes as well. So let's look into the details. So with your online portal, we have lessons tailored to 10 testable skills. And it's only focused to the 10 testable skills, because we want to make sure that you actually focus on those 10 skills that will be tested in your examination. You will have quizzes per lesson. You'll have skills videos, and the skills videos is from a source that is recommended through the handbook of the NMBA. So they've got lists of books there. There's a skill videos there that they recommend, and we've got that for you. You've got access to that. We have online downloadable resources, some cheat sheets, checklist, so that you can also see from the assessor's point of view, what are you going to be assessed on? You'll get a workbook, and you'll also have a lot of scenarios to practice on. There's one lesson there that's just full of scenarios, and there's also a book there that's just full of scenarios as well. So you'll never lose scenarios. You'll always have something to practice on. On top of that, you'll get an online class. And in your online class, you'll have OSCE online classes that will focus on the 10 testable skills as well. This time, you won't study on your own. You'll be studying in big and small group. Everyone can participate and everyone can learn. And there'll be scenarios, scenarios, scenarios. We'll only be focusing on scenarios and also the step-by-step procedure on how it should be done. And of course, we'll give you the face-to-face classes. There'll be multiple classes in small groups, and there'll also be your educator student ratio as a priority. Everyone will have the chance to hold, to touch, to use your equipment, and also access all of the scenarios. We have over 100 scenarios during the face-to-face. And we've got simulated patients as well, depending where you're going to train. So the simulated patients could be your classmates, but it could also be another person. And we also do a lot of OSCE mock test, which means that every student will have the chance and will experience completing 10 skills multiple times. So how good is that? It's just like having your OSCE, right? You can see how the educator is able to focus on a student in these pictures as well. So this is very good. So there are different types as well of tiers that you can choose and select. It depends on your budget, but also depends on the type of support that you want. 1,500, everything is there. You can access online. You can also get recorded classes as well in that package. However, if you want to have free consumables where you can actually practice as well on your own, and also unlimited educator support, and also classes face to face. And on top of that, you also have your debriefing and final meeting before the test date. You can then take the middle tier, which is the complete OSCE Plus. And if you still need additional support, you need a one-on-one educator for you to be able to really focus on your skill, one-on-one, very individualized approach. There is also that kind of support for you. Highly recommended is a middle tier. And if you think you need more, then you can upgrade as well at any time. But also we can mix and match tiers according to your needs. So we can get a package from NCLEX and then a package from OSCE. We put them together and then we can decide on the price for you. What is good about this is you do not have to pay this in full straight away. There is always a payment plan for you. If you want to do that, you can arrange it with us. And we don't have a definitive payment plan. We can always arrange it according to your needs as well. We're here to help. Obviously, we are going to help you finish this goal for you to become an RN. On top of that, we don't only help our students pass their test, we also help you with job. So a lot of students will say, what do I do right after here? You might have heard, oh, there's so many positions available anywhere. However, if you need a position where the employer is trusted or we are trusted, then we can help you introduce with the employer, because it's really good when it comes to the referral, because the employer that we partner already trust us and already know our students. So it's really important to just have that connection. So we'll introduce you with an employer, and depending on your circumstance, we can introduce you before, during, or after your preparation. So these are just few of the people. Again, I've shown so many pictures already who has done this process. So they're now registered nurses in Australia. You can actually search them in the APRA register. So we have an app that you can also download. So our students can actually access their courses at just within their fingertips, wherever they are. They can listen to videos, do some quizzes while they're on the train or they're traveling, just wherever they are. So you can also download our app. So from the time that you enroll with us, you'll feel a higher level. It's a different level of preparation. And not just because we're the first whoever who's made registered nurses. We've been here since the beginning, but also because we are regulated by the department and also by the government. So you can trust us. Our online learning portal is user friendly, very organized. It contains all the information that you require to be able to pass this exam. Our learners portal contains resources that are relevant straight to what you will need to pass the test. And we are also here as a registered training organization with an app that's really easy for you to access and download. Our library has books that you can borrow for free, and our workbook has been developed by our course development team, including myself. This has been constantly updated. So your workbook's content is really in line to what APRA wants you to um, to learn. And I think that's it. So, if you, these are just few of our educators, very lively, amazing, and really um, vibrant educators. But if you want to reach out, you need to act now. So, here is where we can connect. Message us in Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, wherever you want, but we also have an email address. So info@collegeofneta.nsw.edu.au, or you can visit us in our website or call us as well in the number in your screen. Thank you very much for listening.